In ancient times, self-flagellation has been used to punish oneself for past wrongs and to seek penance from God. The flagellation was administered typically with a whip made of knotted rope called a cattail whip. In modern times, we've mostly moved beyond such primitive means of self-harm. Instead, we utilize a more technologically advanced means to torture our own minds and bodies. I would like to introduce you to a list of all 8,124 free-to-play, independently published games on Steam since it released in 2003. A list I will be exploring as long as possible, until either my flesh or spirit collapses, whichever comes first. May God have mercy on my soul. I decided to start with the oldest game first. I sorted by games, free-to-play, indie. And, hopefully by going oldest first, my experience will improve as I move through time. Here's the problem though, I cannot sort by reverse release date, which means I have to scroll manually through 8,124 games. So I've already faced my first challenge. Get to the bottom of this list. Not just once, but every day when I come in here to start on the next game, I'm gonna have to do this. Or if I'm smart, I'll write down the names at the end of the list and then I'll just search it in the search engine, but you know. So, let's see how long this takes to get to the bottom. I tried using page end, down, button, all that kind of stuff, and there was nothing you could do to speed this up. So, plus my computer wasn't loading them quite as quickly as I hoped it would. This clip is sped up 500%, so it only took me about 7 minutes to actually scroll to the end of the list. So the first game I played was called AirBuccaneers, a 2003 release from Ludocraft. If I had to compare it to another game, it would probably be Sea of Thieves Arena, if it came out 23 years ago. The servers are still up, but nobody else was online when I played. According to user reviews though, you can still coordinate matches through Discord if you wish. Personally, I struggled to figure out the controls without a tutorial, and it was clunky to play as older games tend to be. I could see it being fun back in its heyday, with a full crew, but now it just kind of felt dead and slow. Overall, I can see this game having been great fun, but as it stands, I can only give it 3 out of 10. So I'll leave you with a quick clip of my gameplay, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. 5 minutes in, and I'm already ready for the MLG. The second game was Rocket Ghost Aiden 2, and I'll be honest, I struggle with platformers, and I struggled with this one even more. By the time I got through the tutorial level, I realized I was not up for the game at all, and then once I got to the first level, after the fever dream that is the cutscenes, I decided my goal was just going to be to get to the second level, and I struggled for a while. It was probably 2 hours, most of which I cut out for this, but it was straight up not a fun time. If you decide to give it a shot, let me know how long it took you to get to level 2, or if you make it at all. I was at least able to make it to what I believe is the end of the level, but you have to collect all of the coins or something, so that's kind of where I gave up after a few attempts at gathering those. And then the last game for this video was Sudoku, a great game on paper, but not a great video game. Overall, I'll give this 1 star, and that concludes our first video on the 8,124 indie games that I'm going to be going through. Let me know what you thought of this, and how far into this list you think I can actually get realistically. See you next time. Be good, do good, and subscribe if you want to catch the next one of these videos.